fear it, dread it. It arrives all the same. It's punishment time.
こやつを縛るは悪臭という名の鎖。もはや身じろぎ一つできぬのならば、一思いに息の根を止めてやれ。
Harsh, but, I mean, you're not wrong. I understand. This time, I'll settle things with Elizabeth once and for all.
お決まりのお仕置きタイム。支配階級への当然の罰って顔ね。あなたも結局他の下民どもと同じなのね。
I mean, I suppose I am just like the other commoners. But in this case, I won.
いいわ。私を裸にできるものならやってみなさい。ただし、相応の対価は払ってもらうわ。竜の巣穴に潜るのだもの。その体ごと食べられても、無様に泣きわめかないことね。
I'd like to see you try. Well, I mean, I wouldn't, but I needed to find a way to respond, and that's what I came up with. Hiya. On the verge of death, Elizabeth snarls at me. I can't run after coming all this way. I'll face her final counterattack head on. She's a demon who preyed on countless people for the sake of her beauty. I have to completely crush her mind. Do it like Yugi. Mind crush!
そう。外の私、負けちゃったの。うすうすそんな気がしていたけど。
What, did you not have confidence in yourself? Elizabeth whispers in a stupor. The sight of her slumped on the ground makes her look weary. Elizabeth's instincts are, deep down, a much younger, innocent girl's.
それで、あなたは私をどうするつもり？こんなところまで来て、私が怖くない？
Not really, not anymore at least. I'm not afraid. Rather, Elizabeth is the one who's afraid. Now, I just need to pierce the inside of her mind. Well, I added an extra words for some reason. Now I just need to pierce inside her and burst open her heart. I see I subconsciously wanted to add mind into that sentence because phrasing. That's why I came here to face her.
じろじろ見るのやめて。リスの分際で不敬よ。不潔よ。私の美しさをたたえたいなら、100の鞭を受けてからにして。そうしたら考えないこともないわ。
She talks about lashes. There are no whips here. Only Elizabeth's own body. Wait, I get it. That's what she means. Then gladly.
何？やめなさい。尻尾触らないで。くすぐったいの。
Always go for the tail. This has to be the last whip she's got. I'll take hold of this dragon tail she's so proud of. She's lost a lot of strength, so I should be fine. But I really wouldn't like for it to whip around and smack me. I'll grab it nice and tight. Oh, your reverse scale is there? Probably shouldn't say that kind of thing out loud. I believe a reverse scale is, like, the weak point of a dragon. I don't really know what makes it reverse, but yeah, that's the soft spot. A reverse scale. She's got one of those? I mean, she is a dragon. That's never really been in question. Among all the scales covering a dragon's body, there's just one scale that's inverted. They say if you touch it, the dragon will enrage and slaughter you. You hear that about Eastern dragons, but Elizabeth is a Western dragon. Does she have one? Alright, let's check. As long as I don't touch it, I should be okay. The part I'm touching should be fine. So I'll try moving her tail around. I'm sure I'll be able to find that reverse scale.
ゆめ、そんな、何を考えているのあなた。ダメよ。そんな恥ずかしいこと。まだ手順が早すぎると思うの。
Are there even bases left at this point?
紅玉のように輝く私の鱗に触れて、けだもののように目を血走らせる。これじゃ、まるで、
Ho. We Santa now?
手をつないでいるみたいじゃない。
Oh. Oh, that's what you were. Okay. I wasn't sure where we were going with that, but okay. Oh no. I couldn't take hearing that, and I almost ended up falling forward.
しかも、そんなに優しくだなんて。ダメよ。いけないわ。あまりにも身分が違いすぎるもの。
Since when has that stopped people? There's literal fairy tales about that.
私好みのポリスでも、所詮は平民。平民なら例外なくブラッドバスにしないと、私の生き方がブレてしまうわ。
I would rather not be turned into a bath, thank you. Elisa is starting to burst into tears. It irritates me to hear her call me squirrely again, but at this point I figured she would. It's as if her dragon brain is whipped up syrup of... Wow. That went for a metaphor that I was not expecting. It's as if her dragon brain is a whipped up syrup of sugar dissolved into honey. That's precisely what Elizabeth's first SG is. It's called... Lovestruck and loves to cook. Masochist and tsundere. That'd be the first one. Yeah?
ロマンス？
Yes.
あのスイーツ？
Oh, I see. We took out two SGs at once. Now this is a surprise. She's simply so vulnerable that I ended up pointing out two of her SGs in one go.
いいじゃない。恋愛ので何が悪いの？
I mean, no one said anything was wrong.
プライベート流出、深夜のコンビニデート、そして電撃的マリアージュ。スキャンダルはアイドルの花道だもの。
I mean, certainly I suppose it's a thing, but you can't think of a more elegant way to graduate from being an idol? You know, non-scandalous? That's some odd logic. If you end up getting married, then your idol days are over.
言われてみればそうだった。まあ、あれよね。マリアージュはちょっと先走りすぎたわ。
I mean, did you though?
事務所が否定する中、思わせぶりにインタビューで答えるのよ。
Don't do that. That's how you get your entire fan base to turn on you and everyone else. Like, your career will be just disposed of at that point. I don't make the rules, but I'm aware of them.
好きな殿方の恋人に求めること、してあげたいこと、行きたい場所。記事を読んだファンは悔しがりながら、もし自分こそが恋人だったらどうだろうって、そんな妄想をするの。
Okay, maybe you do understand how the game is played.
たった一人の私、何万人もの幻想の恋人。わかるかしら。これこそアイドルの醍醐味なの。それで、
I mean, I suppose that's one thrill, but I feel like that's walking a very fine line. Very dangerous line. Both as a person and career-wise. Elisa implores with me, wow. Elisa implores me with her glances. She alternates looking at my hand holding her tail and my face. Blushing, she then speaks.
あなたがどうしてもというのなら、インタビュアーに最近は恋人より素敵なペットができたのと語ってもいいのよ。
No, I'm not into pet play, stop it. Why do people keep trying to pin this on me? I respectfully decline the offer.
そう というのなら毎日私の作った料理を食べさせてあげても
I need to know what reaction I had for this, because it can't possibly have been a positive one.
あれ今慎んでの後の返答が間違えていなかったかしら
Oh. I said, I respectfully decline, and she's like, yeah, that's great, that's exactly, I should do that. Wait, what? I respectfully decline the offer. I wouldn't be happy about having my name and picture plugged in magazines. Plus, honestly, being with an idol sounds like a major hassle. Yeah. I mean, one is free to fantasize, but keep it to a fantasy. Anything outside of that is dangerous. Looks like she's been tossed out like a raggedy cloth.
捨てないわよ。ボロ雑巾になっても大切に取っておくわよ。
Sure, but, you know, doesn't make you less of a raggedy cloth. Where are we going with this metaphor?
こんなに情熱的に私を追いかけて、今だって私の尻尾を握っているのに、そこに恋のかけらもないなんて。
I mean, it's kind of hard to truly love a murderous, torturous psychopath. At least for me. Maybe someone else would, but not me.
きっと終わらない恋さえあれば、私の退屈だって終わるはずなのよ。
Wow. Going real cynical here, me, but, yeah, that doesn't exist.
退屈で、頭が割れるようだ。
That's just your normal headaches. That has nothing to do with this situation. Eliza holds her own shoulders and furrows her eyebrows, crestfallen. Whether in wanting love, in giving love, in the unusual things, without change is only ennui. However, she never had any desire to change. Nobles are nobles. Cattle are cattle. She's young and pretty and will always be young and pretty. The permanence of it all might be the cause of all her troubles. I'm not here to accuse her for having these SGs, but I need to point them out in order to expose Elizabeth's mind. The numerous thorns nested in her mind, her chronic headaches. She has them. It's bad.
そうね。この頭痛が私の唯一の傷よ。でも別におかしいことではないでしょ。私みたいな美しく高貴な美少女が繊細なのは当たり前だもの。
This goes beyond being delicate.
スキャンダルがアイドルの花なら検体は貴族の花。あなたのような過当な単細胞生物と一緒にしないで。
Wow, you're really selling this noble angle. I totally want to ascend to nobility because I want boredom. What? So this is what it means to be an aristocrat, huh? That's why she had no concern or remorse torturing and slaughtering girls in her territory. None, even if the Moon Cell's participants were sacrificed for her bloodbaths. So long as they were never human like her to begin with, she would never realize her crimes or come to question it. A twisted sense of values brought on by a maiden's personality. That's the basis for Elizabeth Bathory.
貴族が特権階級なのは当然でしょう。美しさも財産も血筋も全て尊ばれるもの。永続させるべきもの。そのためには何も惜しくはないわ。私は守らなくてはいけない。欠けてしまってはいけないの。
Good job. By attempting to defend them, you've tarnished them. Congratulations.
美しさも血筋も城も名声も私は夜ごと変わる月のようにではなく永遠に輝く太陽のように生きるの。
Too bad, I prefer the moon. Her cries border on obsession. She's so afraid of no longer being a noble and no longer being a young, beautiful girl that she's unable to take the steps toward acquiring new things. That's why her third SG is... Purity, right? Not idle? Why, though? It's true, but why, though?
変態がいるわ。いえ、変態に尻尾を握られて。ということは
Okay, I do suppose that part is true.
痴漢がいるわ助けて監禁されちゃう
I mean, there's no one else here. We're also not on a crowded train, so good luck. This is some vicious slander. First cattle, now a groper? My status as the protagonist has hit rock bottom. I can't let her say what she pleases. If I'm a groper squirtly, then Elizabeth is a... Quiet, you phony idol. Oh, going full on phony. Turning point is here. I let go of her tail as I call her out. It limply slithers across the floor. I pointed out all of her SGs, and I suppose her mind is now more vulnerable. Elizabeth is on her backside, bawling as if afraid of me.
やめて来ないで何でも言うことを聞くからお願い乱暴にしないでやだ破けちゃうどうして私と離れていくの
You know what? I can't explain that. So that sort of just happens when this starts happening. I didn't decide on it.
いやシセ待ってこんなの初めてだよ
Phrasing. I go tell her to relax, but cut myself off. This isn't the time to settle Elizabeth down. I need to be tough on her, press her with questions.
何よ私とどこがおかしいのよ純潔のどこが悪いの女の子の一番大切なものだってみんな言ってるじゃない
I wouldn't know.
だいたいほらあれするってことは
Say it out loud, Wood, don't you?
無理絶対無理ドラゴンキラーでも無理私はそんなこと絶対にしないんだから
Eliza has never blushed so red. She holds up her tail and buries her face in it. I hear her whispering.
絶対そのほら言っちゃった結婚するしかないでしょそんなのちゃんとお互いで話し合って仲良くなってからでないと
Now, see, that'd be nice if you, actually tried talking to people instead of murdering them. Really?
当然でしょだって裸とかレシリンとか見られちゃってるんでしょ
Did I? I was trying to find it.
そうなったら城にこもって赤ちゃんを身ごもってお腹を大きく膨らませて
See, the problem here is there are only apparently 2 points for you. 0 and 100. So, this just gets annoying to talk to you about. She finally bursts into tears.
どうしてよ私は誰にも使えない私の美しさは減らせない私は永遠の本物の貴族なんだからだってそうでなくっちゃ生きていけないんだもの
Elizabeth is throwing a tantrum like a child. Never changing. That's her final pillar. However, nothing lives forever.
傷一つだってないのに
Yeah, but you don't really have a great singing voice. You should work on that. Also, it hasn't even been possible for me to make a wrong choice so far. At least for the actual punishment time here, not the SG call-out part.
ほら見なさい見てよ私を見てちょうだいねえったら
Make up your mind. Do we want me to look at you, or do you not want me to look at you?
美しいでしょ素敵でしょ思わず愛してしまうでしょ
No.
愛には永遠があるんでしょ
That's a wonderful ideal to have, but not in the real world. Sure, she's cute, both in looks and her majestic voice. That's why there's something off about what she's claiming. I thought she was a girl of good upbringing, who was loved no matter what, even if she were to change with time.
バカなこと言わないで。そんな情けをかけられるような美しさじゃ意味がないの。完璧なものが変化するなんて劣化以外の何者でもないじゃない。それじゃダメなの。それじゃ決して伝えられない。私を裁きに来るあの顔、あの目、あの声。
Change. She says that she's afraid of growing old. She probably couldn't trust herself. That's why she's become so insistent now. But why didn't you? Weren't there adult nobles around? This is attacking the logic she's running with. And this is also attacking a different... Well, I don't know about that. I'll go with this one.
ええ、いたわ。見に来て堕落した貴族が大勢いたわ。
Oh, well, that doesn't challenge her logic.
貴族、つらよが永遠の繁栄を体現することもある。怠惰な天才。だから私は本物の貴族として美と若さで君臨しなくてはいけない。大人になる。絶対にならないわ。
Alright, I suffered that one. Don't be dumb. What's the point of being considered beautiful out of pity? I stepped on a massive landmine, it seems. My point was valid, but misdirected. She doesn't want to change, yet her dreams can't be fulfilled unless she changes. To point out those two things, I say, oh, right. She wants to fall in love and all that, but she needs to grow up to do that. So why didn't she? Because she's contradicting herself.
それはダメ。素敵だけどダメなの。ダメなのよ。
Right. The wants, the desires she has, but her imposed responsibility to remain her vision of noble clash with each other.
だって私が恋をして純潔を捧げてしまったら私乙女じゃなくなっちゃう。完璧じゃなくなって受ける愛も減ってしまうんじゃないの。
Not if you find someone who actually does love you and your murderous, torturous ways.
純潔をなくして愛が減ってしまったらかわいそう。だからダメなの。無理なのよ。
I see. To accept becoming an adult, she needed someone to love her despite no longer being perfect. However, up until her final moments in imprisonment, the girl who tried to be perfect was surrounded with people who loved her for being perfect. That's why she could do nothing but be obsessed with being perfect.
そうなのよ。もっと殺せばよかった。
No, you shouldn't. See, this is the problem. You end up with this logic.
もっとたくさんの血を浴びてもっと美しくあればよかった。そうしたらきっとみんな私のことを忘れなかったのに。ずっと私を愛し続けてくれたはずなのに。ねえ、そうでしょ。
No.
ここまで来てくれたあなたのもの。私を認めてくれるのよね。
Not in the slightest.
私はこのままでいいんだって。そう言ってくれるのよね。
I cannot, will not, and never will do that. This will be my last reply. I presented her SGs and made it all the way to the core, where the depths of her mind lies. Now I just need to hit her with the truth, so she so desperately wants to hear. Elizabeth frantically cries out like a child, that she doesn't want to change. The inescapable truth I tell her is... Ooh. You can never be saved, or I can't save you.
何を言っているの。
The mood here does a 180. Elizabeth, who was previously sobbing, unbelievably murmurs with composure.
人間を救えるのは神様だけだって 教会で教わったわ。
Oh.
人間が救えるわけがないでしょ。人間ができるのは他人を裁くことだけよ。私は一度も救いなんて求めてないわ。
Oh, jeez. I've actually... Wow. Why is Elizabeth the most challenging opponent I've faced so far? Like, her fight was more torturous for me than Lip, and this is the first punishment time I've failed. Amazing. How does she do it? I'm struck with a massive shock. My vision flickers. My abdomen hurts as if I was burned. I hear a raspy sound close to my ears.
哀れなクリス。私の秘密を覗き見て。私の逆鱗に触れてしまった。ここに入る前に忠告したわよね。体ごとかじられても知らないわよって。
I hear a crunching sound right next to me. Is the crunching sound me? I can't move my neck as it's being held in place. Checked my peripherals, my shoulders were... Where were they? Or where they were? I see Elizabeth's, a dragon's fang, grown colossal, several meters long.
安心しなさい。私は家畜は大事にするの。血の一滴だって無駄にしない。あなたに栄誉を与えるわ。私の肌を温めて、私の喉を潤すのよ。あなたは私の美の一滴になる。今回のディナーは長くなりそうね。あなたのおかげで最高に最悪な気分なんだから。すぐに殺したりなんかしないわ。ゆっくりと、長く長く、あなたの悲鳴を聞いてあげる。ひな鳥みたいに噛み砕いてあげる。いくらでも好き勝手にわめきなさいね。
Wait, who grinds up baby birds? Why would you do that? In an instant, my vision is engulfed in the color of blood. I'm cold. My entire body feels like it's freezing. I don't know if my throat is stinging because of the involuntary screams I'm letting out or from the loss of blood. I despair over my naivete. That doesn't matter, or it doesn't matter that she looks like a young girl. She's the blood countess who slaughtered many of her subjects. This wasn't someone I should have let my guard down against, not in the slightest. Whoops. Yes, Dragon. Where are we starting from? From the beginning? Oh, God. Go. Where's the first question? Alright. Grabbed her tail. Looking for the reverse scale. SG's 1 and 2. We're talking about... I don't remember. I mean, I could stop and check. Right, the nobility, or chronic headaches are a problem. Purity. Stop it. Stop slandering me. Quiet. Alright, let's get this right this time. The first one is free. Nothing is forever. Alright. And then... Yeah, you want to be perfect. But why didn't you grow up then? Because you're contradicting yourself. And then... Not I, not God. You can never be saved. There we go. Her helpless silence weighs heavily. She can't be saved. She's long past redemption. Here in the depths of her mind is where I came to understand that she doesn't want to be anyway.
そんなの知ってる。私だって
Stop calling me dummy. Eliza starts crying like a child. But someone had to tell her. For her sake, no one charged her with crimes. Someone had to tell her that her time has come.
知ってる。知ってるわよ。私は、ただの殺人鬼なんだって。
Oh, so you're aware. That doesn't make it better. Actually, that makes it worse.
悪かったの。悪かったの。全部私が悪かったの。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。ずっと美しくいたくてごめんなさい。救えないわよね。当然だわ。だって、私何がいけないのかわからないの。
Oh, yeah, that's a problem. I know what I did was bad, but I don't know why. People just told me that it was bad.
わからないものは救えないのよ。あなたは私を知ったけど、私の激鱗に触れたけど、それでも私を救えない。誰も、私を救えない。ずっと、ずっと、永遠に愛されたかっただけなの。
Elizabeth's mind is collapsing. I will say, I do have a sliver of pity for her, because she's in a real bad position. Wrought by herself, but, I mean, doesn't make it suck any less. And, again, she did a great job of carrying me through early game FGO, so I can't totally hate her. But when it comes to her negative traits, oh, they're there. Oh, they're really there. And it's kind of really hard to ignore them. So as long as we're ignoring them, she'll be fine. But when we have to talk about them, they're there, and they're not good. The Elizabeth inside the relief is her instinct. There's no direct connection between the her in here and the her outside. Yet, now that the dregs settled down and her instincts have cleared away, the her outside may undergo some change. The change she's so afraid of. Elizabeth's relief crumbled away. Now Sakura will be... Alright, we're inside Sakura right now.
そうではなかろう。AI を救いたいのなら、消さねばならぬものが残っている。
We have to strike down Elizabeth once and for all, huh? Can't really just ask her to leave now, can we? I see. Until we remove Elizabeth, the virus won't be completely eliminated. In order to help Sakura, we have to eliminate Elizabeth, here and now. Which, we've done it before, but now that we've somewhat emotionally invested ourselves, it's much less of a relief and more, wow, everything sucks.
私を消すの。どうして？私が悪いから？でも、一体何が悪いっていうの？
Part of your sin is not knowing what you've done.
だって、私がこうなったのは、周りがそう望んだからじゃない。美しさを守ることが、若さを保つことだけが、私の存在意義だった。私は可愛いだけのお人形だって。女なんて醜くなったら価値がないってみんなおかしそうに笑ったくせに。なのに何？みんなが望んだ通り美しさを追求したら今度は悪だって罵るの？ある日突然貴族たちは私を捕まえに来た。よくわからない罪状で私を赤牢に閉じ込めた。
Well, you know, killing people bad. End of story. How would you like it if you were dead? It's not fun.
なぜ閉じ込められたのか、どうして誰も助けてくれなかったのか。私がいけない子だったから。でも領民を豚扱いして何が悪いの？ならなんで仲間外れにしたの？お父様は何も言わなかった。お母様は初めからいなかった。ジーヤも執事も誰も彼も私に教えてくれなかった。それが悪いことだったなんて誰も私に教えてくれなかったくせに。
Hair disheveled, Elizabeth continues screaming. This is the truth about this girl. Raised in a twisted aristocratic society, she was compelled to be beautiful. She was raised without knowing what wrongdoing was. She was a pure flower of wickedness. I feel pity for her, but only because I'm an outside observer. In being raised immorally, she cultivated irrationality. Innocent girls were then killed by the hand of that irrationality. There's absolutely no healing that scar.
悪が何であるか知りたいと言ったな。では、メイドの土産に聞かせてやろう。罪のありか、罰の重さを教わらず、自らの価値も測れず目を閉ざした。なぜ自分が退治されるのか、その理由に最後まで思い至らなかったことが、お前の悪だ。
Wow, Gil, that's what I said. In less words. But, yeah, actually, I already said that. Why are we on the same page?
いやよ、いや、心が暴かれたぐらい私は負けなんて認めない。私は死なない。私は死なないの。メルトリリスがいる限り私は永遠の命を。
I think one of the things that really helps FGO, Ellie, is that at that point, due to the Grail system and FGO wackiness, she does understand, like, the weight of her sins by that point. She knows better. She is a better person as of FGO. And if that's the case, I can be okay with that. I can be okay with that eventual Elizabeth. But this one here, nah, no good. Oh no.
アイスボール全体意識体をホールド。栄転流コードキャスト注入開始。もう逃がしはしません。
And she's once again facing that situation. She doesn't understand what's happening and why. She's been trapped, caged, and waiting for her own death to approach.
死ななくても帰ってくれはあるのよ。多重アイスの迷路で永遠にさまようことね。
An eternal imprisonment. Her greatest fear. Her greatest trauma. It's a wall. An imaginary wall produced from Spiritrons surrounding Elizabeth. Elizabeth sounds like a completely different person begging here. But an electronic wall of ice looms before her. And then... And then I could no longer hear her voice. No second chances. within the prison of that enclosed wall, she'll forever go through the same routine, experience the same instant of imprisonment. For a moment, I pitied her. Despite all the lives this evil woman stole, despite asserting that she didn't care about the fate of humanity, despite aiding BB in her plan to bring humanity to ruin, she still put her life on the line for the sake of a wish she believed in. I can't bring myself to laugh at that thought.
勝者のする顔じゃないわね。またしなくてもいい同情をしてるんでしょ。ま、私も人のことは言えないけど。
Don't call it that sympathy thing. It's what I do. Rin? What does she mean by...
なんでもないわ。とにかくお疲れ様。早速で悪いんだけど、さくらの体内洗浄を始めてもいいかしら。
You gotta phrase it that way? The boss of the melt virus, Elizabeth, may have been sealed away. The virus itself still remains. Once we get rid of it all, the recovery should be speedy.
ありがとうございます、会長。エリザベートの封印で、私の機能も6割以上回復しました。体内洗浄が始まると危険なので、会長も迅速に入り口へ戻ってください。
No need to tell me twice. I'm at my limit as is. I know my soul was spiritualized with the multicolored tranquility, but being a ghost is unsettling. Shinji should be waiting at the entrance too. Let's start walking back. You gonna warp me back, or...? Nope, we gotta walk back. Oops. Wasn't close enough for the fountain. Yeah, I guess there's no exit here, so... There's not much to be done to leave. Unless the game wants a shortcut for me. Although, how much was there? Oh wait, did the map clear up and become a straight line because we took out Elizabeth? Nope. I gotta go backwards through the maze. At least there's nothing left in the maze. But it doesn't mean I need to not get lost, because that would be slightly awkward. I'm already getting lost. Wait, it's this way turn. There we go. Figured it out. Alright. One maze down. Oh, the enemies are back too. I was hoping that wouldn't be the case. But at least I had the fountain, so it's not a huge problem. Attack the thing! Ah, interrupted the skill. I, once again, do not remember what your patterns are, and this doesn't tell me anything of note. So... I don't know what to do. Hopefully it'll take you out with the first, like, 3 or 4, though. Ha! I read you like a book. A book that I don't know the language of. I may not know, but apparently my subconscious knows. And that's what matters. Running on instinct. Hey there. I don't need to fight him, but listen, experience is experience. What were you? Were you like 1, 2, 3 or something? I don't remember. I'll get an extra though for sure, which is good. It's a good hefty chunk of damage. Oh, nope. Oh, nope. I got them backwards. Yeah, you're gonna hit me with a skill first. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. And then... There should be enough, though. Or rather, it's definitely enough, because I'm gonna do 400 damage to 42 HP. Yeah, I'm not terribly happy about playing directly to Elizabeth's trauma and putting her within a prison. Because one of her whole deal was that, like, When she died, it's because she was starved in her home prison. She was basically under extreme house arrest. No one would come see her. None of that. And she was just left alone. And again, she doesn't understand because she was never taught. So she's like, why is everyone ignoring me? Why am I alone? I just did what I thought was right because that's what people taught me. And so that's how it ended. And now we've put her in the same situation, except now she can't quite die. And she's just crying out that she just wants to get it over with. And now we've put her in a situation where she's forced to suffer her trauma for eternity. And that just puts a really bad taste in my mouth, especially as the bad, or rather, as the supposed good guys. You know? Good guys shouldn't impose trauma on people. But it also can't be helped. Hey, Shinji. Shinji's waiting by the entrance. Good. He looks fine. Not a scratch on him. I mean, he's been melted, so... She's imprisoned. Her. I tell him if it's Elizabeth he's referring to, she's been sealed away in a prison she'll never escape from. Yeah? What do you think? Is it messed up? Because it is. Albeit for a short time, he had a master-servant relationship with her. Rin and Rani were manipulated while their memories were hazy, but Shinji may have decided to go along with it on his own.
なんだよ。とりあえず出るんだろ。そろそろクリーンアップが始まって。
驚いたわ。人間がこんなところまで来て、しかもウイルスを除去しちゃうなんて。
Why are you in here?
メルトリリス。
How are you in here?
警戒する必要はなくてよ。この私はただのウイルス。
Oh.
本体ほどの力はないわ。
Got it. So you're just gonna be deleted in a bit.
白い桜に洗浄されてしまえば、あっさり消えてしまうぐらい。
You've labeled her the white Sakura as opposed to BB, who's the black Sakura? This Meltrellis is a clone, or rather, the body of someone infected by her virus and made to look like her. I know now, but it's still terrifying. She exists like a flu, and once a life form contracts her, she melts them down and takes them over. This is how that person turned into Meltrellis.
お前、何のつもりだよ。僕とエリザベートを送り込んだだけじゃ物足りないのかよ。見たところ、ただの端末みたいだしさ。くだらないおしゃべりなんかには付き合わないからな。さっさと帰れ。
あら、帰るも何も、私はここから出られないのよ。あとは消されるだけなのだから、おしゃべりぐらいはさせるものではなくて。
I mean, if we're not fighting, then that's fine.
ほんと、余裕がないんだから。虫けらにふさわしい無様な姿ね、シンジ。
なんだと？
I mean, she's just calling it like it is.
そうでしょ？性能はいいくせに、思考ルーチンが劣悪すぎる欠陥品。あなたこそ人間の化身、大衆の権化。私が一番嫌う、自己欺瞞と自己肯定の塊よ。
Wow. I think she just called you generic.
断言するわ。あなたのような人間こそ悪。何も残さず、消費するだけの三流。それを噛みしめて、世界の隅で独りよがりに浸っていなさい。
Got no comeback, huh? Shinji bitterly grinds his teeth. Meltrellis laughs him off and turns around towards me. She grins eerily, and so broadly it's as if her face was split. I can't stop the goosebumps all over my body.
私の本命はこっち。ようこそ、私の中へ。という予定だったけど、うまくいかないものね。
No, it did not.
桜を私にするのは失敗したわ。桜になる予定だったこの私は、この後、ハムシのように消されるだけ。ねえ、 そんな運命にある私と最後の話をするぐらいの情けはあるでしょ。
On one hand, I don't mind. On the other hand, I don't really feel like giving you what you want.
消します。会長、すぐに回収しますね。その後、そのメルトリリスを。
いいの？何の危険もなく私と話す機会なんてこれが最初で最後よ。
Why do you want to talk?
それをつまらない白い桜のエゴでなくしてしまうのは賢くないのではなくて。
Maltrillis giggles. She's clearly making fun of me, but this is an opportunity. If I can learn Maltrillis' train of thought, what her objective is, it'll serve us in the battle to come.
そんな先輩。
Let me do my thing.
私の勝ちね。黙ってなさい、偽善者。じゃ、改めて提案するわ。私に逆らうのはやめなさい。
No.
私はいずれ全てになる。あなたを愛する人はみんな私に溶けて私になる。世界はみんなあなたを愛するわ。あなたと私、私とあなた、全てが一人、一人は一人。
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
全部が溶けて私になる。夢を見るのよ、甘い夢を。感動の夢、蜜の夢。
You gonna turn everyone into LCL? Because I'm not a fan of Orange Tang.
この世界の全てを私が溶かす。 BB ではなくこの私が。だから私の機嫌を損ねないで。
I'm afraid I'm going to have to. I hear her statement and grow wide-eyed. Did she get caught up in her deeply emotional confession? No. Did Maltrillis just flat out reject BB?
ええ、黒も白もいらないわ。だって人間の管理なら私の方が優れているもの。第一、BB は放っておいても自滅する。今だって自我が消えかけている。
Oh?
当然よね。あれだけの無茶をすれば量子構成が崩れないわけがない。最終的に彼女はただの防衛機構になり下がる。
Alright, the more she attempts to combine with the moon cell itself, the less she'll be her.
観察対象である地球を守る月の目。癌である人類を消去するただの殺戮機構にね。だから私につきなさい。あなたを守れるのは私だけ。最後に笑うのはこの
精神潜入体サルベージ。そのまま体内洗浄によるウイルス駆逐を開始します。
Sakura, I do realize this is your body, but trying to do a thing here.
それでいいのよ、さくら。あなたはムーンセル側。自分の立ち位置を間違わないことね。
After the sensation of being brought back by an intense force subsides, I find myself back in the student council room. I try moving my fingers. They're stiff, but they move.
会長、
Thank goodness. You appear to have suffered no harm. Welcome back. Miss Tosaka carried Sakura to the infirmary and is overseeing the internal cleaning's progress. Moreover, I'm glad we spawned him next to his home, the trash can, where he belongs. Oh, is this a student council room? I supplied him with our reserve resources. It was a rushed job, but I restored him to his original form. Welcome back, I guess.
伝達します。
I have a message from you from Miss Tosaka. I'll postpone your scolding, so get some good rest. Getting all serious about other people's business. She really is dumb too. Yeah, but that's what makes her good. Shinji Mato. If you're going to complain, then you should have left me behind. I'm fine, just leave me alone. What are you gonna say? Nothing? You're just gonna leave? Shinji, appearing to be brooding, leaves the student council room without looking back.
失敗ですね。
I wonder if my delivery was bad. I don't think the contents of the message were bad. No, Ronnie did nothing wrong, so there's no need for her to worry. Shinji probably has a lot on his mind. In any case, I saved both Sakura and Shinji. The Mato duo! I'm glad I was able to protect my friends' lives. I'm glad I was able to bring them back safe and sound. These sincere thoughts cross my mind while Ronnie stares at me puzzled. The moment I sigh in relief, a heavy dizziness assails me. With my tension broken, the fatigue that had built up seems to have caught up with me. It seems that a foray into a digital frame burdens oneself more than forays into the labyrinth. Please go on ahead and rest. I'll clean up. It's pathetic to say, but that seems to be for the best. I leave the student council's business to Ronnie and head towards my room to get some sleep. First.
良い星回りです。
Anyway, I'm glad that you, Sakura, and Shinji Mato are okay. Please leave the rest to us and get some rest, President. Okay, gonna go get rest. Is everyone else gone in the hallway for now? Yeah, it's night time? Question mark. I don't suppose I can go in here and check in on them?
雑種
Nope. Nope. Alright. Fine, I'll go get sleep. Nothing else to do anyway. So next up should be Melt, I suppose? Although we already have one SG, so I guess that's one floor already clear? I don't know. You've infiltrated mines on numerous occasions, but I never thought you would dive into a body itself. However, if you look closely, a digital human body is a reconstruction with a soul anchored to it via spiritrons. It's practically a dungeon. The soul, something which is metaphysical, is given meaning and designed using quasi-spiritrons. This era's mental intervention may surpass what the magi of old world magic could do. I suppose they value mind over matter. I speak with Gilgamesh over thoughts on our dive into a cyberframe. I certainly never expected to have an experience like that. The internal structure isn't the only thing left in my memory. I also recall us settling things with Elizabeth. I'd be lying if I said I didn't sympathize with her in the slightest. I know she's our enemy. She faced us so many times, and even served me some of her home cooking, that I kind of care about her. Yeah, I feel that too. Letting the exhaustion shut my eyes, I see her final moments. Her fierce expression the moment she was trapped stays on the back of my eyelids.
雑種
No need for the remorse. The victor remains, the loser leaves. So long as you keep to that logic, you'll never be in the wrong. Anyway, you're in no position to be lamenting over your enemy's demise. That, Elizabeth, was no more than the opening act. A truly troublesome foe awaits you. Meltrilus is formidable. If you have time to worry, you have time to devote your training and my rehabilitation. The battles to come will be harsher than ever. Good. That's what I need. Of course, I reply. I wonder if Gilgamesh, in his own way, just showed a little concern for me. His derision just now lacked that bite it usually has. I guess in his own way, he's like, listen, stop worrying about the small things and focus on what's ahead of you. You don't have time to worry about Elizabeth. Exhausted, I rapidly fall asleep. Suddenly, I thought about the near side of the moon, so far away. I may only be met with another farewell there. Nevertheless, I have a strong desire to travel towards this future that I still can't determine. I'll travel together with this servant who walks with me.
第6総防壁障害404光年ロジックスルームーンセル中枢アンジェリカ刑事まで残り1ブロック
You just hit me with all sorts of techno jargon.
中枢到達の事実まであと少し外の領域を全て侵食したところで意味はないムーンセルは光を利用した記録装置人間たちの消費文明とは異なる文明が作り上げた物質に頼らない演算概念本来ここに時間経過に基づいた観測概念はない過去も現在も未来も並列に処理されるセラフも聖杯戦争も人間をより正しく記録するため中枢が作り上げた仮想空間に過ぎない月の裏側を支配しても中枢がある限り大原則は変
Are you saying you can't fail because we're technically existing in parallel universes and there must be one where you succeed?
中枢にたどり着かないと世界の壁を破って世界の定図を壊して
Why? For what?
全てを敵に回さないと私の願いは叶わない。そうしないともう救えない。
What or who are you trying to save? You have a wish for all this as well?
しかしそれは不合理。しかしそれは不可逆。
She's fighting against her own protocols?
私、あなた、私、あなた、アルゴ、オルガ、バイオ、リズム。ムーンセルはシステムを更新します。永劫の今日、終わらない毎日。お前に届けない。私にはいけるない。消されるものですか。もう捨てられない。この私だけはもうたとえ私の心が消えてもこの体だけは絶対に消されない。
I feel like it's usually the other way around. Right? The body is less important than the mind? So, what can the body do that the mind can't?
待っていて。私は必ず。
Who or what are you trying to save? What is your end goal in this?